guys are just getting here. IO is the carry that has been dominating the tournament, at least one of them, and Liquid gets a chance to see if they can break it, but the downside is that they don't get the same heroes that they were able to use earlier to defeat it, so it's going to be a lot harder to beat it. So what they ended up doing instead is trying to abuse Chen. One of the benefits of Chen is that his aura increases the healing that any of his nearby allies or creeps give, and they're pairing that with another hero that can heal, Omni Knight. So those two guys can heal and buff up their strong tanky hero Bristleback and make him pretty close to unkillable. But on the other side, what OG's playing around with is also pretty strong. Importantly, they have Timbersaw. Timber's a hero that has some flexibility in how effective he is, but most importantly, his first skill will reduce the strength or primary stat, and there's a lot of strength heroes over on the Liquid side, so it's possible that Timber can run away with this game if he has a good match. Keep an eye on him. Without further ado, Game 4 of the TI Grand Finals. Let's start at the casters.
Thank you, Purge. Game 4, OG up at the moment in this best of 5, 2-1 against Liquid. Their last two games, some of the most dominant performances we've seen from them from the entire tournament. They're already getting incredibly aggressive in this middle lane.
It's the way they like to play with the Jerax on the Tiny. Just run around, shut down the mid laner. Doesn't matter what hero it is, you're going to be able to just throw him every single time he walks up for a toss. Weehaw gets his full salvo.
We're certainly seeing though down bottom, this tri-lane, it is able to bring these heroes down pretty low. Obviously the question is if they can push them over the edge and get the kills, but the aggression certainly is there. And once the level 2s come out for the 3 members of Liquid, we'll see that pressure amped up even more. Jack's going to come down. Now turn this duo into a tri-lane from OG as Kuro pops the fairy fire, won't save him. Missed call from Notel, gets the kill. Now Anna's going to be the focus. Miracle and GH trying to get on top of him, but a quick body block from Notel and a shield handed over to Anna will mean that Liquid cannot chase any further.
Just eyes on Jerax. Liquid being forced to use their bottom shrine too, because the one thing that they're doing, they were putting pressure on and they were getting good farm, but the sustain that's actually coming out from this bottom lane is just too much for them a bit here, as Ana is starting to get this farm built up to those 20 last hits.
The mid lane seems to be the focus for Liquid. They've left Miracle alone. They're trying to collapse in onto Thompson. Thompson gets the pull down off, but the Hellbear smashes in with the clap. Liquid making these moves around Kuro and his army. Getting the pressure on, catching out Thompson mid. Gotta keep this tempo up. They're starting to really show that they have within them what OG's been bringing in the first 7 minutes of the last 2 games. They can match this tempo.
And look at Miracle, but down bottom, even bullying away these 2 heroes, even though they do have all their wand charges built up, that's up to 17 as well. He is pushing them away from the creep wave. That double sustain though coming into play. This feels like an impossible kill without Weehaw.
The 3 of them can only sort of sit aside and watch as Seb farms the wave under the tower.
Yeah.
See what their intentions are with this move. 10-minute runes are going to come up. See if Liquid can keep a favorable hold of them this time. Mid lane's going to be the focus. TP's coming immediately, and he shakes the shackle off actually before the missile connects. He's able to turn right click into Jerax. He's tanking the tower to Jerax. Lines of the power tree. He's not going to be able to find it though. Doesn't get the angle, and Jerax, he can continue to walk away. Liquid are chasing. Another power shot will be available in a second. Can Weehaw hit it? He's going to try. Not going to find it. Jerax, he's got the position to TP out behind the trees and will make it back to safety. But Weehaw does live.
They made that 1-man rotation earlier. Now he's all the way up to level 8. He's got the max reactive armor.
Same to be said though for mind control. We're seeing pretty much continuation of even farm between these offlaners.
Yep.
They're both getting exactly the same amount out of this top half of the map. And so far, no one else has been interested in coming over and getting involved. Now though, that will change. GH and Kuroki, they're looking towards Seb. Gonna bring in Weehaw as well. Weehaw, the focus fire. Have they got the control? There's the rolling with the stun. Shackle shot follow up from Weehaw. Long with the power shot. Will do it. Liquid making the maneuvers to put Seb's happy little time on that top lane to an end.
Great use of the divine favor there from Kuroki to bring Weehaw around freely and saving his TP. So you can get a little bit of extra HP regen that comes into play.
Looking for Jerax.
Jerax again.
Hitting with the magnetized. TPs will now start to come into play. Thompson's here. Jerax still alive. They're trying their best to hunt him down through the trees. He'll be able to toss back the Hellbear Smasher. Rockets dropped to keep the magnetized going. They'll get the kill on Jerax. See if they can find anything in return. OG Thompson is on top of Kuroki. GH, Weehaw joining the gang. They're surrounding Thompson with a divine favor. Bringing Weehaw in. Liquid, they're going to be able to get both of them. Kuroki making these moves across the map, bringing in the team when required. Okura, he's 3, 1, and 4. Every single one of these 7 kills is 9-6 in their favor, but the net worth difference, it's pretty much even. As you say, sure, Liquid, they are bringing the aggression, finding the kills, but space is being given to those important members of OG.
Yeah, especially Ana. Halfway to that Aghanims already. Level 11 finished up. He's got the Spirit supplied slow, so he can fight as soon as he has that Aghanims, of course, with the talent, but the big one is that 15, that extra Spirit hero damage that does come out. But yeah, look at this immediately. Seb now positioned up top. He wants to push the top tower as soon as Liquid is positioned in mid. And Jarek's already looking to set up down toward the bottom lane. Liquid have to just get these towers. Have to get some type of map advantage here.
Once Ana has the Aghanims, things are going to start getting very tricky for Liquid when they turn up like this.
Yeah.
The spirits will be out.
Yeah, and they have Bristle. That's a good thing, right? Bristle can be good versus the IO. If you can get on top of him, the goo. You don't have the highest armor traditionally on the IO, but he's versus an actual counter. Timbersaw, very good versus Bristle back at all stages. Let's just easily do this one with the medallion as well. However, OG, they know what's going on. They can look to contest this as well. As do they have the Aghanims finished up? It's almost there for Ana. And they're pinging it. They seem, now they're aware of it, but it looks like it's almost too low for them to contest with all this minus armor. As Liquid will get away with this one.
Well, let's see what they can do with it. Aegis Pipe, they have those early tools to start making moves. Start looking towards some of these tier 2 towers.
Ags is complete now on the IO. So Ags IO finished, and we're about to hit 20 minutes. So I'm assuming that OG's gonna buy the tome, give it to that IO so he gets the extra spirit damage. Liquid, they gotta group up and try to get something big here. They gotta catch out these backlines heroes. They really have to get on top of the IO with a nice shackle shot for we got hyper focus fire. They have to control and stun the IO.
Hunting for Ana. Won't quite find, but definitely, yeah, thinking about it, this diffusal blade, I see what you mean. It does make sense, right? There is, you look at what Miracle and Mind Control in particular,
they're completely dependent on their mana.
And they're dependent on the fights being drawn out, right? Yeah. They revel in situations where the fight continues. And sure, they can't kill them quickly necessarily, OG, but Thompson, he can, but he's going to take their mana away, and they're going to be essentially some of these useless, tanky targets on the front that OG can then ignore and look for the more volatile kills.
And he's acting as this like, super frontliner. And Bristleback is a hero that if you don't have mana, you don't have damage. So if he's just going to be burning the Bristle, I can see it. You know, I can see it. And he's super farmed, and look how tanky he is. 2,000 HP on the gyro. There's going to be an MKB finish now for Weehaw, so his damage is going to be very high as Seb's getting slowed down. He's got greens available, but he's getting burst. And they're bringing it low.
He's got the shield. Now they'll be able to turn. Cooldown drop down by Thompson. And here we have it. Mana's gone. He's able to put the stick, get it a fair bit of it back, and he's able to head back in, pushing OG back behind the racks. They're getting a good amount of damage onto this tier 3.
Level push on IO. That spirit hero damage is there now. But Ana going to turn the fright finally.
There we have it. Miracle's mana. It's pretty much entirely gone by Thompson's look. They can't get out of the mana. GH. He's dead. And now OG. They have that numbers advantage for this defense. They'll try and change the more. Thompson. They run for it. Brings Miracle down. Then the shackle turn around. They're looking for Jarek. Jarek's backing away. Thompson focusing Miracle. Miracle's still out of mana because of this diffusion. Jarek. He's able to come with the GA is out. We are all fall. The magic damage is down from Thompson. Miracle's trying to run. Another stick charge pop, but Jarek can shut him off. In fact, Jarek, he's ready to try and look for more potentially. He's only the once. He just Thompson. He's on top of the corner. Another corner. Then the toss back into the corner. Jarek, oh my God. They're all getting picked apart as Mind Control falls. Miracle is surrounded, and they're able to get this as well. OG, they will hold.
And they're even taunting. They toss him to the dragon. Holy crap. Thompson, the defusal. The defusal is absolutely working. Super all their mana.
But I don't think anyone would have expected to see Gyro, the deciding game. The defusal play, Gyro, it is perfect for this point of the match.
He just did an insane amount of damage, frontlined the entire time, and then Ana just has free reign to get all that spirit hero damage, and it's back completely the other way, and it feels like the control is just gone from them.
What do you do? When your mana's gone, what do you do?
Oh my God. OG. starting to take over the game completely here.
Showing new ways to play the game at this incredibly late moment in the tournament.
And now Thompson has an Aghanims as well, so not only is his regular hits going to be proccing that... yeah, he's going to be putting a lot.
And then just moving into the base now, OG. They're playing in, Flag Star supports, they come back, they'll focus Miracle. Miracle, get himself out of the way, the missile is out, the time on the heels to save him, but Miracle's dead.
So much damage.
Jackson with the combo, they'll bring down GH. GH has buyback, he'll buy back immediately, Weehart's going to be back up in 5. Fortification is part, but OG, they're not going away.
They're too healthy, they still have Breeds available for 7 as well this whole time. They're pretty, No Tail's kind of low, but once they pop those Breeds, everyone's going to be topped off.
Tier 3's going down, 22 minutes again, and in a match where it looked like Liquid had the pace to maybe bring something different, but we're back to the same place that we were in Game 2 and Game 3.
There's no stones for GH, he can't contribute anything, there's no Magnetize either. They're just taking these racks.
It's gone! They cannot get close to hold this. As OG, we'll see what the plan is next. They'll back off.
They're happy with that, why not? They can back up, clean up shrines, but I think if Liquid chases out, OG can definitely just turn and look for the fight. They have no cooldowns that they're waiting on. Everything is available for them, and they're just so farmed right now at this point of the game. That Liquid, they're walking out together, but like I was mentioning before, there's 1 stone on GH, and that is it. So his team fight potential, and he's pretty much the only team fighter on the side of Liquid right now. It's just not there.
And OG's ready to go back. And again, Jackson, combo down to Mind Control, pulled out there, Liquid out to back off. Again, Mind Control's man, Primus got his able to pop the stick, get the GA off at least. Can they fight for the duration of it? Are they heading towards Seb? Wheels apart, Seb's back, Primus on the top, Jackson with another combo onto We Are stand up, We Are dead. Miracle's the new focus, the missile followed through. OG pushing Liquid back to the base. Mind Control out about the Thompson with his diffuser blade, making them apart. Roll ball for GA for Seb, cuts him down off the heaven. Double kill, they're pushing on OG. Liquid getting forced back to the base, and Liquid have nothing. They have nothing to offer.
They're just giving, look at this, they're driving foul, and TI finals, they want Purple to get the foul as well. They're going to get it, they're chasing Miracle as well. Oh my god.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what we're seeing in this game 4. OG, you thought you saw it all again, so you thought you saw it all again. There it is, OG, 2-2, TI champions, they've done it, folks.
And in what a fashion! These last 3 games didn't even seem close, but they had something going for themselves, but then they hit the brick wall. OG is the best team in the world. They are on a completely different level.
No question, they are so far ahead of anybody else that plays this game for a living.